A top WWE analyst recently explained why the Liv Morgan-Rhea Ripley feud led to the shocking swerve at Elimination Chamber, Toronto. Bianca Belair came out on top and earned a shot at WrestleMania 41 against either Rhea Ripley or Io Sky for the Women's World Championship. One of the biggest twists in a memorable night in Toronto happened early on the show before the start of the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Jade Cargill made her shocking return by attacking Naomi and putting her out with a vicious attack. Many fans thought that Liv Morgan was her target, but it seems like Naomi is her main suspect in the parking lot assault on SmackDown more than 3 months ago. Speaking on his Rosenberg Wrestling podcast, Peter Rosenberg explained how Morgan's feud with Rhea Ripley led to Cargill's return being the most anticipated story in women's wrestling. Rosenberg also added that she predicted a Bianca Belair win, though she was caught off guard by Cargill, who he predicted to return at WrestleMania 41 instead. It will be interesting to see what the fallout from Elimination Chamber will be on Raw and SmackDown. Bianca Belair's focus should be on WrestleMania 41, but the upcoming feud between Jade Cargill and Naomi could have an effect on her preparations. There's no denying that Liv Morgan was the MVP of the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Morgan has been one of the most improved stars over the past 2 years, and her performance last Saturday might have cemented her status as one of the top female stars on the roster. After taking a lot of punishment inside the chamber, Morgan shared a mirror selfie showing the cuts and bruises she received. She had a lot of bruises on her arms from taking bumps on the steel floor, glass door, and chained fences. She even had the whiplash wound from Bianca Belair's hair attack. Liv Morgan might have lost, but is still a winner in the eyes of many. She also has the Women's Tag Team Championship heading into WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. In the fast-paced and unpredictable world of WWE, few rivalries have captivated audiences like the dynamic between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. Their storied history, filled with betrayals, alliances, and personal vendettas, has long been a defining element in Wwe's women's division. Now, according to a leading wrestling analyst, their tumultuous relationship may have set the stage for a shocking twist at Wwe's Elimination Chamber event, fundamentally altering the landscape of the division. To understand the impact of this potential Elimination Chamber twist, one must first examine the deep-seated history between Morgan and Ripley. Their paths crossed in early 2022 when they briefly teamed together, forming an exciting but ultimately short-lived alliance. While they displayed a natural chemistry in the ring, their partnership ended in dramatic fashion when Ripley betrayed Morgan, aligning herself with the Judgment Day. This act of treachery sent Morgan on a downward spiral, forcing her to fight her way back up the ranks. Meanwhile, Ripley thrived in her villainous role, eventually capturing the WWE Women's Championship. Morgan, however, remained relentless in her pursuit of greatness, leading to numerous run-ins with Ripley over the next 2 years. Each encounter fueled an already burning fire, making their rivalry one of the most personal and intense in recent WWE history. By the time the 2024 Elimination Chamber event was on the horizon, tensions between Morgan and Ripley had reached their peak. Morgan, returning from injury, sought to re-establish herself as a top competitor. Ripley, still reigning as champion, continued to exert her dominance. With both women involved in the chamber match, analysts speculated that their unresolved issues would play a pivotal role in the outcome. An industry insider recently noted that WWE Creative had been looking for a way to elevate the stakes within the women's division, and few stories carry as much emotional weight as Morgan and Ripley's. Their past, marred by betrayal and revenge, provided the perfect foundation for an unexpected and game-changing moment. During the Elimination Chamber match, chaos ensued as multiple competitors battled for the right to challenge for the championship at WrestleMania. As expected, Morgan and Ripley found themselves at the center of attention, each determined to outlast the other. However, what happened next took everyone by surprise. According to sources within WWE, officials had been contemplating an unprecedented move, one that would shake the division to its core. In the midst of the chamber match, just as it seemed Ripley had the upper hand, Morgan executed a jaw-dropping counter, pinning Ripley clean in the middle of the ring. The crowd erupted as the reigning champion, the dominant force in WWE, suffered a shocking loss at the hands of her greatest rival. What made this moment even more astonishing was what followed. Instead of immediately celebrating, Morgan extended her hand to Ripley, offering an unexpected truce. The Judgment Day enforcer, known for her ruthless nature, stood frozen in disbelief before reluctantly shaking Morgan's hand. The arena buzzed with speculation. Was this a sign of mutual respect, or was something far more significant brewing? This moment sent shockwaves through the WWE Universe, leaving fans and analysts scrambling to interpret its meaning. With Morgan now positioned as a top contender and Ripley's aura of invincibility shaken, the landscape of the division was dramatically altered. One possibility is that this unexpected alliance is setting the stage for an even bigger confrontation at WrestleMania. Could Ripley, despite her loss, see an opportunity to use Morgan to her advantage? Or is this the beginning of a redemption arc for Ripley, potentially leading to a shift in her character? Another theory suggests that Morgan's victory and subsequent handshake were merely strategic. With Ripley's dominance momentarily halted, Morgan may have used this opportunity to get inside her head, weakening her ahead of their inevitable WrestleMania clash. If this is the case, the mind games are just beginning, and the rivalry between these two could reach new heights on the grandest stage of them all. The decision to book such a surprising twist at Elimination Chamber speaks volumes about Wwe's long-term vision for its women's division. While many expected Ripley to continue her dominant reign unchallenged, WWE instead chose to add a layer of unpredictability by thrusting Morgan back into the spotlight. This move not only elevates Morgan as a credible threat, but also ensures that Ripley's character continues to evolve. WWE has been gradually shifting toward more nuanced storytelling, particularly within its women's division. Gone are the days of predictable feuds and one-dimensional characters. Instead, rivalries like Morgan versus Ripley showcase the complexity of competition, highlighting themes of revenge, resilience, and respect. The WWE Universe responded to the Elimination Chamber twist with a mix of shock, excitement, and anticipation. Social media buzzed with theories about what this moment meant for the future. Fans praised WWE for delivering a moment that defied expectations while staying true to the emotional core of the Morgan-Ripley feud. Industry veterans also weighed in on the impact of this development. Hall of Famer Trish Stratus commended both women for their storytelling, noting that moments like these are what make WWE must-watch television. Former WWE champion Booker T echoed this sentiment, emphasizing that unpredictability is what keeps fans invested. As WWE heads toward WrestleMania, the question on everyone's mind is, what happens next? Morgan's victory at the Elimination Chamber has ensured that she is no longer seen as an underdog. but as a legitimate contender. Ripley, on the other hand, must now deal with the unfamiliar feeling of vulnerability. The beauty of this storyline lies in its unpredictability. Will Ripley seek revenge, or will she recognize Morgan as a worthy equal? Will their rivalry evolve into a reluctant alliance, or will it explode into the most heated confrontation yet?